Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about various arrangements of bolts, part 1. So the next is arrangement of bolts in bolted connection. So far we have discussed the types of bolted joint, that is lap joint, single core butt joint and double core butt joint, and that too we have seen the characteristics of each joint. And one more thing, so usually which is the most efficient section? Double core butt joint. So as it is the most efficient section, so we are going to use that double core butt joint. So whenever we are going to provide a bolted connection for joining a two members, then we prefer double core butt joint. The reason it is the most efficient. So why the most efficient? What is the reason? What is the reason why the double core butt joint is the most efficient? Due to symmetry and the same line of action of force. Clear? Next, arrangement of bolts. So now we are going to provide a connection by using a bolt. So now how we are going to arrange that bolts? Clear? So based on that, there are some types of arrangements or some pattern of this bolting. Now let us see how many types are there. So first is chain bolting. So chain bolting. So I will show the top view. Okay. So we have seen or we have discussed how the top view and how the front view is. So here I am going to show you the top view. Then only the number of bolts in each line can be seen clearly. So top view we are going to show. So these are the two plates. These two plates are joined by using a cover plate. So here's the force P. So now here we are going to provide a bolt in each line. So number of bolts in each line. So assume that here we have provided the three bolts, three lines. So this is how we have provided the bolts. So now this is called a chain bolting. It means all the bolts in one line are in the same line. Agree or not? All these bolts are in the one line. So if such connection is provided or if such arrangement is provided, it is known as chain bolting. It means see this bolt is in same line with this bolt and this bolt, and again this bolt is same line in this bolt and this bolt. So whatever the bolt, if we consider in this chain bolting, all the bolts lines in the same line, whether it is horizontal or vertical. So if such connection is provided, then it is known as chain bolting. So now in this chain bolting, let us see how the load is going to transfer from one plate to other plate. Agree or not? So for that, I am going to show you the front view also. To understand that, the front view is also required. So in front view, we can see thickness and length. In top, we can see width and length. So how many lines are there here? Three lines. So in each line, three bolts are there. So now we have discussed why we are going to provide a connection. So we are going to provide a connection for transferring the force from one plate to other plate, or if the member or plate, whatever it may be. So if the member required or length of the member required is not sufficient, then we are going to provide connection. So now the provided connection should take that load from one member, and after taking that load it has to transfer to the other member. So it means the provided connection should take the load from one member and it has to be transferred to the other member. It means here the force from this member, okay, the force from this member has to be transferred to this member by means of this connection here by using bolts. So now let us see how the load is going to transfer. So if you observe, till the first line or at the end of the first line, it means from here to here, the load P is taken by the main plate. So see here, this is called as main plate. It means on which the load is acting is known as main plate. So these are the main plates. So top and bottom are the cover plates, and the plates are members which are taking the load are called as main plate. Agree. So now let us see the load transfer mechanism. So listen carefully, which is very important. So if you understand it, the rest of the design or the rest of the things or concepts in these connections is very easy. So listen carefully. So from here at this location to the end of the first line, the force P is taken by the main plate. Yes or no? So after the first line, bolts start taking the load. Agree or not? So after the first line, bolts start taking the load. So first line of bolt, it means all these three bolts will take the load now. After that, of course, in between the cover plate and main plate is there, but the spacing is less. So we assume that in between these, the load is not taken by main plate or cover plate. The load is taken by only bolts. So after the first line, bolts start taking the load. So first line, all the bolts in first line will take the load. Next, second line, all the bolts in second line will take the load. Next, third line, all the bolts in third line take the load. After that, what happens here? So after that, there is no bolt. So there exists a cover plate. So from here to here, it means till the last line of the bolt, from the end at the end and at the beginning of the last line, at the end of the first line, at the beginning of the last line of the bolt, the load is taken by the bolts itself. After the last line, okay, after the last line, the cover plate start taking the load. So it means it take the load from here and it transfer to the bolts on other side. So from here again, the bolts in this line will take the load, next transfer to this line, next transfer to this line, and finally to the main plate. So in this way, the load from this plate is transferred to this plate. This is for double cover butt joint. Let us see for lap joint. So lap joint means there is a lapping. Okay, the lap joint means that is not end-on end connection. It is overlap connection. Means we are going to overlap one member with other member and we are going to make a connection. So let us see for that connection lap joint. So here we are going to provide the bolts, the required number of lines, and each line the number of bolts and number of bolts. Clear? Now in this case, let us see how the load is going to transfer. So again, till the first line, the load is taken by the main plate. After that, bolts start taking the load. So first, the first line of bolts, the bolts in the first line will take the load and they will transfer to the bolt in the next line, like that, the sequential. Finally, load from the last line being transferred to the another plate or another member. So in this way, the load is being transferred in lap joint. So in lap joint, once again repeat, till the first line, the load is taken by the main plate. And after that, first line of bolt, next second line of bolt, next third line. In that way, last line. Up to last line, the boat will take the load. After that, that will transfer to the next member. So if you observe the load transferring mechanism in butt joint and lap joint, there exists one difference. What is the difference? Here, so in lap joint, from main plate to the bolt, bolt to the other main plate or other main member. So from main member to the bolt and from the bolt to the other member, the load is being transferred. But in the butt joint, what is happening? From the main member to the bolt. Okay, after that, the load is being transferred to the cover plate. And then again from the cover plate, the load is transferred to the bolt and then main member. So in this way, in the transfer of load in butt joint, there exists some gap or break due to cover plate. But here that is not the case. Okay, here that is not the case. Because of this reason only, I told you previously, here how many lines are provided? 3 lines. So this is known as triple bolted double cover butt joint, but not 6 bolted double cover butt joint. The reason, we have to consider only one side. Why to consider one side? Here there exists a break for the transfer of load. So it means all the 6 lines of bolts will not take the load sequentially. So first these 3 lines will take sequentially, and then the load from these bolts is transferred to the cover plate, and from the cover plate the load is being transferred to the bolt on the next line. Clear? You are getting the point or not? So that is the main difference between lap and butt joint. Here there exists no break, so directly load from this main plate being transferred to this main plate by means of bolt. But here that is not the case. There exists a break of the load transfer because of cover plate. That is the reason, as I told, this is called as triple cover double cover butt joint. Sorry, triple bolted double cover butt joint. But here it is simply double bolted lap joint. If at all 3 lines are provided there, triple bolted double lap joint are 4 bolted double cover butt joint, 5 bolted double cover butt joint, 6 bolted. So how many lines are provided? So those many bolted we are going to mention. But here that is not the case. We have to consider only one side. Agree or not? And this is also the important thing here. What is the important thing we have to observe here is actually how many number of bolts we have to provide? This load, okay, the external load into the strength of the individual bolt. So if we divide the external load by, of course we are going to discuss it, okay, no, that is not a worry. But at this point you have to remember this case, or you should understand this case. What is that case is? So how many number of bolts? How we are going to decide? So this is the external load. So we discussed in the previous sessions that how we are going to calculate the external load by using IS 875. Agree or not? By using IS 875 1987, we are going to calculate the load. So this can be calculated. So after calculating load, the number of bolts required to transfer this load from one member to another member, how we are going to calculate it, or how we are going to decide it? So that we are going to decide based on this force, external load by strength of the individual bolt, one bolt. So now load by bolt gives us one number or not? So that many number of bolts we have to provide. So assume that bolts, that final answer comes out to be 8. It means 8 number of bolts are required. So if we are designing lap joint, so we have to provide all the 8 bolts here in this connection. It means that 8 bolts can be provided in 2 lines, 4 in each line, or some 2 in each line, means 4 lines we can provide if it is a lap joint. But if it is a butt joint, total number of bolts provided is 60, not 8. So whatever the calculation we have done is only for one side. Clear or not? Whatever the calculation we have done is only for one side. The reason here, there is a break of load transferring. So all the bolt lines that are present in the connection will not take the load at a time. So the bolts present on one side will only take the load at a time. After that, they transfer to the cover plate, and they will that cover plate will transfer to the bolt on other side. So from this, you should understand that in butt joint, the number of bolts whatever we are going to calculate is only for one side. The reason there exists a break. Okay, the reason there exists a break. But in lap joint, that is not the case. So that is the reason this type of joint is called as triple bolted double cover butt joint, but not 6 bolted double cover butt joint. Here it is known as simply double bolted lap joint. So that is the difference between load transferring mechanism for lap joint and double cover butt joint. Is it clear or not? So once I repeat, why? Because this is a very important thing. The more times it means it is not a question in examination, but if you are familiar with this concept, so that we can calculate the strength of bolted connections, even the strength of plate. In the design of tension members also we are going to use this concept. Clear? So it means the concept what we are going to discuss now is the load transfer mechanism from one member to other member. So the question will not come directly from this concept. They will not ask in the examination how the load will transfer from one plate to another plate or one member to another member. But based on that, so many questions or numericals can be done. So if you are familiar with this concept, those numericals are very easy to use. So you will understand it, you will do it with much ease. Clear or not? For that it is required. So for that point, once again I am repeating how the load is being transferred from one member to another member. So till the first line or at the end of the first line, the load is transferred to the main plate in this connection. After that, bolts start taking the load. So for first line, second line, third line, last, fourth line, fifth line, so on, so on, last line. After last line, cover plate start taking the load. After that, bolt on the next side. Again, sequential. Finally, the load is being transferred to the member on other side. Agree or not? In lap joint, simply from one plate to the connections to again other plate. There exists no cover plate. That is the load transferring mechanism. Clear or not? Very, very important. So if you are familiar with this, as I said, you can solve the questions in this bolted connection very easily. So take it down. Not only in this topic, even in tension members also we are going to use this topic. So take it down. So this is chain bolting. Once again I repeat, what is meant by chain bolting? So if the bolt lies in the same line with other bolts, then it is known as chain bolting. So all are in the same line, whether it is horizontal or vertical. Okay, take it down. So this is chain bolting. Okay, so now if we observe once about the chain bolting, so just now we have discussed how the load is being transferred from the one plate to another plate or one member to another member. So now if you observe this, from here to here, the load is being taken by the main plate. So now if you observe here, from here to here, which is the critical section? It means see here, this is the member from here to here. So we are going to elongate it in this example. So now chances are there for this member to fail or not. Whether it may produce elongation more than permissible or it may break, whatever it may be, it will fail. So now, where more chances are there for this member to fail? Where more chances are there for this member to fail? Come on, think. Where the more chances are there for this main member to fail? Come on, think. Obviously, till the first line only, the load is being taken by the main plate. So if you observe a main plate at the first line of the bolt, this is the first line of the bolt. Here 3 holes are there. So now the area will decrease or not? In this case 3 holes, but generally n1 or n number of holes will be there. So now what is the area here? So this is the B, width. So which area is resisting this force? So the thickness is perpendicular to the bolt. So like this. So like this the load P is acting. So this is width and this is thickness perpendicular to the bolt. Now what is the area A net? B minus N1 DH into T. Yes or no? So usually this is called as net area. What is AG? What is AG? Simply B into T. So B into T is a gross area. So from here to the first line, just the beginning of the first line. So just the beginning of the first line. Just the beginning of the first line, the area available is B into T. So now that will be taken by the plate more efficiently. There is a more area, but at the first line, there is a reduction in area because of the provision of the bolt holes. Because of that, its strength decreases. So from this, we can say the first line of bolt is always critical for main plate. Agree or not? The first line, 1-1. 1-1 means first line. So first line of bolt is always critical for main plate or main member. Everyone, is it clear or not? So why only the first line? So that you can remember if you understand the load transferring mechanism. Yes or no? So if you understand very well how the load is being transferred from one plate to other plate, then you will understand clearly. The reason after the first line, the main member will not take any load. After the first line, the bolts start taking the load and then cover plate and then the bolt on other side. Agree or not? So till the first line where the area is decreasing, at this section only area is decreasing. Other than this section, everywhere the area is. So other than this section, everywhere the area is gross area. That is width into thickness. Thickness is the perpendicular to the bolt. Only at this section, there is a reduction in area. So in this example, N1 is equal to how much? 3. So in this example, the number of bolts at the line 1 is 3. But usually it may be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 depends. But the thing, what is the point you should remember here is, always the first line of bolt is critical for main plate. That is the point you should remember. Everyone, is it clear or not? So that is a point you should remember. The first line, n number of bolts may present at that location, but the first line of bolt is always critical for main plate. Clear? So this is about the chain bolting. So chain bolting is nothing but, what is meant by chain bolting? Come and tell me. So if the bolt lies in the same line with respect to the other bolts, then it is known as chain bolting. So they are in very systematic pattern. Clear? So take it on. This is about chain bolting and the load transfer mechanism.